What's up, guys? Mason the Rock Henderson here, and this is Bones, Season 12, Episode 6, The Flaw and the Saw. And at this point, most of the Bones episodes have just been kind of, I don't really want to watch them. I know they're going to be very similar to what I expect, which is bland cases, stupid stuff on the outside with the personal lives and stuff like that. And so, sure enough, that's kind of what we got. This one, there's a woman lumberjack who used to be a golfer, and she was trying to win a lumberjack competition. And then there are several different suspects. There was she was cheating on her wife with her girlfriend with another woman, and they were going to get married. And then on top of that, that woman's husband was also a suspect. There was a kid who was constantly like posting videos of him making fun of her and stuff like that. There was a possibility of her own girlfriend, the jealousy thing. But then it all turns out to be just this guy who apparently they were playing pranks back and forth on each other. And at one point he just says, "Oh, enough's enough," and decides to kill her because, normal people, whenever we play pranks on each other, the logical step is, "Oh, you took it one step too far. Well, I'm just gonna kill you." So yeah, that's normal. But yeah, that's pretty much the case. I guessed it halfway through. I figured it was either going to be the girlfriend or that pancake guy because, one, the girlfriend was only talked to one time and then that was it. So I thought, okay, so typical Bones formula. She's a likely suspect. The other one was Todd Packer from The Office, and he was just talked to one time and then that was it. And I'm like, so because it has nothing to do with anything else in the case, he's the other suspect. Well, once I talked to the girlfriend and suspected her for a second, and it was like 15 minutes left in the show, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely Todd Packer. And sure enough, there you go. So yeah, that was the case. Very bland, very simple. The stuff on the outside, we've got Booth and Brennan are arguing because Brennan wants to teach Christine how to ride a bike using mathematics and physics, and Booth just wants to show her how to do it. Because that's normal stuff. That's stuff that all couples would normally argue about. And here's the thing: I get that they're not a normal couple. I get that Brennan's not a normal individual, but it's like they're taking it too far this season. I don't know what it is about her character, but this season just feels like too much. And there's a scene where the kid who was making fun of the victim on his little videos or whatever, he has to pee because he was drinking. And he's just like, is that it? Because I've got to pee now. And Brent just starts explaining to him why he has to pee. And I'm like, what? We're wasting time on this? There's so much time wasted in this show, in every episode, on stupid shit. On shit that doesn't even make any sense. And it's frustrating. It pisses me off because I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to see the stupid, silly stuff. I don't want to see Brennan explaining the physics of having to pee. Because it's dumb. It's so dumb. It's not funny. There's a scene where, what's his name? Rodolfo, I think. I can't remember his name. It's the Hispanic guy, the Hispanic intern. He and Hodgins figure out that they need to test these chainsaws to see if they can find the right chainsaw to find the right pattern of the chain on the bone. And so he's talking to Hodgins. Hodgins just like, "You talk to Kayla about it. I don't want to. She'll shut us down." And so he goes in and he's just like talking to Cam and pretty much saying without really saying it that they need to test the chainsaws. And she's like, "Are you saying that you want to use the chainsaws?" He's like, "Oh, no, no, no." And so Cam's just like, "Oh, well, that's good, because I was gonna say you could test the chainsaws, but since you don't want to, here's another way that we can do it without testing the chainsaws." I'm like, great. More freaking Nickelodeon, Disney Channel jokes. That's the stuff I see on Disney Channel. Just like the episode before this. There was a joke on there where Cam was like being all calm even though she was trying to be threatening, and she was doing that thing where like she's extremely calm and just pretending to to not care when her words are saying that she does care. It's the type of thing you would see on Disney Channel. That's the type of jokes that they have on there. And Disney Channel now. Back in the day too, but those shows are better. But same thing here. I mean, this is the same type of joke that you would see on some stupid Disney Channel show now. Like, oh, yeah, it's a good thing you didn't want to do that because we have some other way to do it. It's a good thing that you didn't want to do that awesome thing. Congratulations, here. I imagine, like, no, Mom, I don't want ice cream tonight. It's okay. Oh, you don't want ice cream? Oh, well, that's too bad. I bought this entire gallon of ice cream, but since you don't want it, left track. Oh, it's painful. It's so painful to watch because the show used to be fun and exciting and intense, and now it's just, who cares? Tune in week after week. You figure out the case halfway through, the jokes aren't funny anymore, nothing gets you intrigued anymore. That's it. It's even at the very end, there's a moment where Booth and Brennan, they've been talking this whole time about, what's better, the technique of it, the studying of the mathematics behind it, or just going and doing it. They've been talking about this the entire episode. What does it all lead to? They're going to do the little thing where you have to roll on the log and try to knock the other one off. Okay, what does that entail? Nothing. We don't get to see who fell in. We all that build up for what's better, the mathematics or just doing it, just learning how to do it through trial and error. What's better? Who knows? Oh, you wanted to see one of them two get doused in the water? You wanted to see possibly Brennan end up in the water soaked? You wanted to see Booth get shown up by his wife? You don't get to see any of that. We're just going to cut to black and you're going to hear a splash. That right there, that is how you ruin comedy. That's how you take comedy and you say, you know what? That could be funny, but I'm going to take that comedy. I'm gonna put it in your face and be like, you want this? Do you want this right here? Do you want? And I'm gonna throw it on the ground, stomp its face in. Yeah, that's exactly what that final scene was. It was stupid. It was pointless. It was all that build up. The entire episode, all of the stuff that was going on was building up to that moment, and they just don't follow through. They don't care. They don't give a shit. It's just like, oh, we're just gonna do this joke and not have the punchline. Because that's clever thinking on our part. It doesn't even take somebody smart. Somebody stupid could watch the show. Somebody that just has no common sense. Somebody that has no street smarts. Somebody that has no book smarts. Somebody that, I bet a 5-year-old could watch this show and point out the problems with it. Because it's just so obvious. It's so obvious to see there are so many issues. There are so many problems with this one episode. The bland dialogue, the unfunny jokes, the lack of comedy at the end. How can you not see that? How can you write this episode and say, yeah, I'm earning my money with this. I'm earning my money with this final season right now. Nobody's going to laugh. Nobody's going to get intrigued. Nobody's going to get interested in our show right now. I've earned my money this season. It's frustrating. It's put me in a position to where I don't even know if I want to watch the final 5 episodes, because I feel like the ending of this show is not going to do justice to what the show used to be. And that's upsetting to me. It's upsetting to think about the fact that this show that used to be so good, so inventive, the thought of forensic anthropology, all of that stuff was so new, it was fresh, they did interesting stuff with it, they had interesting characters, they had good cases and good villains behind the scenes. I mean, Palant was amazing. All of it used to be so good. And it's going to go out on such a weak ass note. And that pisses me off. So all of that said, the one thing that I don't even really want to talk about, because it doesn't deserve to be in this episode, because it's actually kind of interesting, and the fact that it's in an episode that is so stupid and boring really just does it an injustice. We have Hodgins talking to Cam, and well, not just Cam. He's talking to Angela at first, and he's talking about how he's looking for some information about Zach's murder, and he's saying that Zach didn't do it, and he has proof, or he's looking for proof, and then he takes it to Cam saying, "I have proof. I found this thing," and Cam says, "It's just a little too perfect," and she suspects that he actually fabricated it to get Zach to be innocent. This is all interesting. This is very intriguing stuff. Is it real evidence, or did Hodgins fake it? What is this? Is he trying to help him out? What's going on here? It's interesting. But it was 2 scenes in this episode, and an episode full of stupidity and nonsense and silliness. These 2 scenes are not enough to get me interested. I want to know more about Zach. I want to know more about Zach. I want to know more about Aubrey's father, which I'm pretty sure he's done now because they arrested him in the last episode. Not last episode. Was that the last episode? I can't remember anymore. Anyway, but yeah, he's probably gone now. I want to know more about, what was the other thing they brought up? Wasn't there was some guy, there was something going on with Booth and his past, and some guys, I want to know more about that. There's so many things I want to know more about, and they're just focusing on stupid cases over and over and over again. I feel like I've ranted enough. I feel like I finally got all my frustrations out. So those are my thoughts on this episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What did you dislike and hate about this episode? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Bones reviews. See you guys at the next one.